go.
Okay, thanks. Well, I'm Allison Wallace. I'm here representing Flywire. We have an integration between our invoicing software, Invoice with Sage Intacct. We integrate with many platforms, but Intacct has always been one of my favorites. Um, a bit about me. I previously led our technical support team for about 5 years before moving over to implementation this past fall. Um, so I've been working with our software for a long time. I know it inside and out, and also our integrations. Um, so Invoice has always specialized in accounts receivable specifically. We have a lot of features to automate workflows and just really save AR teams a meaningful amount of time. It's always been really rewarding to work with clients, across many different industries, just to help solve business problems with our tools. It's a really robust platform. We can just we have payment plans, subscriptions, many different integrations, and open API. So it's if we don't already have a pre-built integration, we can connect pretty quickly and easily. We're part of Flywire, which is a publicly traded global payments company built to solve complex payment problems. So we, bill in 240 plus countries, many currencies. We can, you know, payers can pay in the invoice currency or their local currency with local options. We can settle in many different currencies. We can create very complex logic to determine how payments should be settled. And then all of that data syncs seamlessly between our platform and Sage Intacct or any other integrations you have. So it's really easy to use, user friendly, automated solution that really helps clients save time. So I mentioned that our integration with Intacct is one of my favorites because it's been thoroughly tested with high volume, complex workflows. We can connect at the top level or the entity level, or even if we connect at the top, we can filter. So if you have two entities you want to sync, but not your third or fourth, we can do that. We can map many fields. We can pull in the bill to contacts. We can change the customer source, parent-child syncing. I mean, you name it. I've probably heard it from a client at one point. So it's been thoroughly tested, and it's a really sturdy integration and a good way to automate the collection process. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into a live demo. Um, So I mentioned that we can sync in both directions. Starting out, I'm going to go ahead and create an invoice in Sage. Oh, didn't mean to click that. So when we're using the platform this way, we can sync data. The process runs hourly. So today I'm going to just go click a button and pull that invoice in. But users don't really have to do that. It'll just come over seamlessly. While we wait for that to run, I'll give you a quick tour of Invoiced. This is our dashboard that's pulling in, all historical data to show you some meaningful metrics here. We have many pre-built reports, and then this activity log shows you what's going on in the account. So if I refresh, I should see that invoice. There it is. So that came over, and I've got my settings enabled to pull the PDF from Intacct. So we can see this is sort of generic, but if clients already have a PDF they like or complex logic in their template, we can just pull it in. We don't have to repeat that in our system, so it makes it really easy. When that invoice comes over, it's automatically emailed to the client, assuming their email address is on the customer record. So when they get the invoice, it has a button that takes them straight into our customer portal. So here, same thing, they can download that PDF originally generated and intact. They can, view line items. They can communicate with, the vendor they're working with. You in this scenario. It's all here for them to see. They can also access historical data, so previous invoices, payments, credit notes. They can generate a statement. They can update their own billing information. So the idea is we're trying to reduce the number of calls and emails to your AR team, just making it self-serve, easy to use, user-friendly, as convenient as possible for them to pay. They can save a payment method. I'll go ahead and pay a couple of these. So this is Flywire's checkout solution. You'll see in just a moment. Depending on the contract and how we've configured it on our side, different payment options, different currencies will be presented here to make it really easy and convenient for payers to pay. If I go back into invoiced, now you can see this is the payment I just submitted. And if I refresh, it's taking a moment, but this payment will sync back to intact in real time. Let's try one more time. Not yet. Once it syncs, there's a sync status box that will pop up. And that indicates if it syncs successfully, and if it's errored for some reason, you'll see that here as well. But let's imagine, your payer did not pay on time. They logged in and had some issue with their invoice. Maybe they sent you a message about it, lost track. So we have many solutions to, remind them automatically. So no more, manual emails. You don't have to do that. We can create tasks internally. We can send texts, and part of that chasing cadence, just to follow up with them without having to, a human to go do those manual tasks. We also have, a bank feed tool. So if you connect your bank account, we have automatic cash application, and that posts back to Sage automatically as well. We have a subscription feature. So in this case, if you wanted to take advantage of this, your workflow would be the opposite direction. So the subscription would generate invoices and invoiced and post to Sage instead of the other way around. We integrate with Avalara actually. So if you could connect to Sage and pull in from it to invoice, or connect our platform to Avalara and push to Sage. So either way works depending on the unique use case business needs. And then when an invoice is created, like I said, it's automatically emailed to the client. So it's all in one place, really user friendly, streamlined, automated platform. One feature I'll show you that is one of my favorites and really helps us out in implementation. Maybe not that flashy to see, but this is our initial data sync tool. So we can pull in batches of data from Sage really quickly and easily. So it makes onboarding just like so seamless. With some of our other integrations, we sometimes have to mess with a spreadsheet importer, or find another solution to pull in the historical data. But with Intact, it's so easy and straightforward. So typically during implementation, we start out setting up payment processing. We'll do some testing and training in Sandbox. But once we're ready to move over to production, it's really a quick and easy setup, partially because of this tool. You can also configure the integration here, and choose your data flow, which transaction definitions should come in. there's that import PDF setting. This determines, where payments are posted. You can set this by the payment method. There's also, so in this case, I'm connected at the entity level. You can see here, this is my 300 entity, my Asia entity in Sage. But if I were connected at the top level, there would be options for me to choose, which entity to post the payment if I need that, or whenever you configure the integration. There's many different ways to set it up to accommodate all the different use cases. We can pull in projects, we can change the customer source, um, custom fields filtering. It's really flexible and easy to use, and also just reliable. Um, we've tested it a lot over the years with high volume clients, and we've made improvements. So it's really reliable and user friendly. I'll show you a bit of our reports. So these, standard aging reports. We have a customer portal adoption. This shows, like who's logging in, are they actually engaging with the platform? Um, let's see, do I have payment statistics is useful. Just fun charts, all like pre-built into the application to help you, improve these metrics. Ultimately, the goal is to get that time to pay and DSO down, and keep track of your AR balance. We also have tools to go back here. Tools to make it easy for users to keep track of, their own clients. So if you, for example, you can set the owner on a customer and then use that to configure permission settings. So if I'm, a sales rep, or whoever, if I have specific clients assigned to me, we can, customize it so I can only view those. I can only see reports for my own clients. So it's really tailored to my needs as an AR rep. There's a lot of customization options, and it's all really easy, user friendly. Like I said, well tested. So that's about all I have for today. I'll go ahead and stop sharing and hand it back over to you, Amy.